First build video update then of the M05 chassis. So this is the VW Golf. So didn't really want to do the unboxing, do a tour much of the instruction manual, which is a kind of a generic one. Yeah, this is okay. I mean, it's nice to have a specific one, but I guess they reuse this manual for different M05 chassis cars, and I've just got the Golf one, so easier for them just to show you a plain M05 chassis. It's all very Tamiya and standard inside, nothing surprising here. Just going to walk you through kind of steps 1 to 12 in the A parts bag without going into loads of detail, and then we'll see what happens, I guess, down the line. So the A parts bag, which I've emptied, which we'll have a look at in a minute. Basically, we're looking at building the chassis. So 2 sides to the chassis. So you build the right, then you build the left, and then you build your differential gear, you build your front arms, and then you kind of work on the gears. The gearbox is within the chassis, so it's not a separate gearbox that you bolt on, hook up anywhere else. Very similar actually to the Kong head, which just happens to be sitting over there, which was a total internal gearbox all the way through. So another internal gearbox in the chassis. Takes us up to step 5, and then step 6 looks like is when you pair the 2 together. Then you attach some front arms, some front axles, more front axles, steering linkages, then you attach your motor, and then the final step for the A parts bag is attaching the motor itself to the chassis. So that's the A parts bag. B parts will come after that. The A parts bag is massive. I mean, there's the A parts bag. B parts bag only has that little section. C parts bag is that. Incidentally, the build of the chassis, we're going to talk through all that in a moment. The build of the chassis, just as you see some of the other kind of delightful Tamiya images, cartoony images that they use. The build of the chassis is 26 steps, and then you get separate instructions for the body shell, which is a whole kind of work of art in itself. Just coming back to the A parts bag then, what do you get in the A parts bag? So it's all of your screws and bits and pieces, so lots of nice metal bits and parts here, metal axles and kind of all the lovely Tamiya screws, some little washers, things like that. So that's all your kind of gubbins, for want of a better word. Other things you get in the A parts bag, you get the pinion gear, which is still in there, and then these kind of plastic well, bearings. They're not even ball bearings, are they? Here is the metal ball bearing set that I got when I bought the kit from the model shop, so that all came together. So these will replace those. I still need the pinion gear. These are the metal gears that are going to go in the differential. I recognise these, I've seen these before. There's the main gear system, there's the main differential piece, and the other gears that will go in. You always get one of these little Tamiya wrenches, which I don't necessarily need because I've got a Tamiya tool set, but they're always, you know, I'm collecting these now, I've got so many of them, my goodness. But you always get one of those. You always get a little Allen key, which again I don't need because I've got my to hand my Tamiya Craft Builder set, screwdriver set, which has a few things that you need there. You always get a little thing of grease, which I never find is enough. So I have my own grease, which I bought way back when, which is actually running out. So I may need to start cashing in my collection of these little Tamiya greases, but this big tub has served me really well, so I'll be using that. Another little thing with some split pins and some other little screws. I can't even really find where they go, and they're in the A parts bag, and they're not. The screws anyway aren't listed there, so we'll open that when we need to. Here are some adjusters, and there is your Silvercam 540 motor. So that's a bit of a walk through the first step. Normally I go a bit slower through these videos, but I'm thinking I might try and do a bit of building, and yeah, we'll see how we go to kind of well, an attempt to keep it more interesting, let's say. Right, that's all for now. Cheers, bye-bye.